I am Elizabeth, the creative director of Ply Magazine, and we are just southeast of San Antonio in Cost, Texas at the Painted Alpaca. We are heading 2 hours west from Houston to Cost, Texas to talk to Diana of the Painted Alpaca about her fiber journey and being an alpaca ranch owner.
Oh, I started crocheting. My left-handed aunt taught me how to crochet, so I actually crochet a little bit backwards. I'm right-handed. But I was about between 8 and 10 when I started, and up until probably 20 years ago, I didn't know that great yarn existed. I mean, I thought it was all Michaels and Hobby Lobby and stuff like that. And I got involved with a guild in San Antonio, Crochet Guild, and there used to be Hooks in Texas meet up in San Angelo, and that's where I discovered they make yarn out of everything.
Right.
But it was through yarn crawls. I met my alpaca ranch mentor I didn't know he was going to be my mentor at the time. I was just there showing some alpacas at one of the shops, and I got to talking to him. And then he talked me into coming out for a ranch tour and stuff. So I brought my husband, and in 2016 we bought 3 bred female alpacas. Well, we used to live in Atascosa County, which is near Pleasanton, and but the soil there is sandy, and we had a lot of grass burrs. I was really getting tired of picking burrs out of the fleece, so we decided that we were going to move. We bought this place. We just stumbled on it. The man that owns it actually owns a fencing company, so he does all my fencing.
So how many alpacas do you have now, approximately?
Almost 50.
Cool.
6 of them are Surrey, and I just added the Surreys to my herd this year, and 4 females and 2 males, and all the rest are a Hokkaya. Surrey have the long locks, and they're actually the dominant gene. So if you interbreed them, you're always going to get a Surrey. So, but they have the long locks. They have very little memory to them, but they dye beautifully.
Right.
And you can make yarn out of them and stuff. And usually I will combine some stuff with it to make it better. And then the Hokkaya are like little teddy bears, and they do have crimp, not as much as wool, but they have crimp, and some have more than others. Usually the older females start losing their beautiful fleece as they've gotten older and have more and more babies. The babies are called Krias, and I currently have 4 that are not quite a year old yet.
Right.
And we're going to start showing. The series that I bought were all champions.
So is it a difficult fiber? Do some people find it difficult?
Yes.
Okay.
It's slicker to spin than a wool fiber, because alpacas don't have, even the Hokkaias, they don't have a lot of barbs on their hair. Their hair is, or their fleece, and I'll call it hair because it's 100 times finer than human hair. And so, and then you have a few guard hairs, but they don't have very many, not like llamas. And so it can be more difficult to work with. It does not have the same memory as, say, a merino does. So I understand that some people don't like it. For structured garments such as cardigans or sweaters or something like that, you would want a blend because alpaca is more drapey, and it has beautiful drape, and it's lovely for shawls and scarves. It's warmer than wool, so it's great for hats. So their hair is hollow core, so that's what makes it warmer. My whole premise behind my shop is to make a Texas-based yarn. So working on what I call my Texas triple. It's going to be alpaca, my Diva lace sheet wool, and mohair.
Nice.
So mohair gives it the strength, less breakage. The wool gives it more memory, and the alpaca gives it the softness. What we did was we have individual shelters in each pasture. We had a company come in and they do metal buildings. And so after that, we put sand in there because sand is cooler than dirt, and some blocks in there. Each shelter is a swamp cooler. They're spoiled. They get electrolyte water. They like the cherry flavor. They're very pampered, especially during the summer months. Their favorite thing is shredded beet pulp. They wet it down. It must be like candy for them because they go to town. And some of the little Krias they'll be running and kicking their heels up. And it's so funny because they really like the beet pulp.
So if they get out, do they run?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's happening. That's no fun. It's fun for them.
Like I told you, they're pampered and spoiled. Right? Right, girls? Right, girls?